Recorded live from the Quidi Vidi Brewery Taproom in St. John's, Newfoundland. This is Whatta Ya Act. Whatta Ya Act. Yeah, we're here tonight with you a special guest. Peter, viewer. Hey, Pete. Oh, yeah. Alright. And put your hands together for the host of the show. Who's that? Brad Taproom, my man.
All right, thank you. Welcome, everybody. My name is Brad Taproom. I'm the host of Whatta Ya Act, and it's a pleasure to have you all here tonight. You guys look all so happy and excited to be here. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You could be disappointed tonight, baby. I'm really kidding, guys. This is going to be a fantastic show. Trust me. And I know maybe you shouldn't trust everybody who says trust me, but you can trust me on this one. All right. No, we got Peter Fewer in the house, everybody. It's going to be a great show. All right. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Whatta Ya Act journey, we've been doing this show for about a year now. Can you believe it that it's actually been going on for a whole year? And you know what? Is it possible that we can have our own late night show? I say, hell yeah, it is. And we named it Whatta Ya Act. Yeah. That's right. I believe the talented people of Newfoundland could use a little more exposure. Kind of like a Polaroid in a dim room or Newfoundland on a sunny day, you know what I mean? But man, what a journey it's been, though. We've laughed with comedian Liam Small. We've heard fantastic music from musicians Chris Ryan and Jenny Mallard. And we've even had wrestlers from New Evolution Wrestling on the show. It's been fantastic. Each show is truly a unique experience, and getting to know the amazing, talented people of the island has been truly fantastic for me. And it's all happened right here in the tap room. Yeah. And that's what I feel. That's why I feel this room is so special. Now, I'm sure we've all got our precious memories in the tap room, but I'm sure some of you might not want them all shared publicly, right? But here's the new memories, because I very much believe that this show is a community project. And I'd like to thank you all so much for taking the time to be here tonight. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. And for those of you tuning in online, we appreciate your efforts. It could be people watching the show locally, could be family from off the province, or maybe it's just a lonely Newfoundlander out in Alberta looking for a little slice of home. Yeah. Enjoy the show, buddy. Enjoy the show. And look at us now. Man, I haven't seen this many people in a room since what? Costco got that first shipment of toilet paper during the pandemic? You guys remember that? Holy jumping. The set looks great. I think it looks pretty good. We got an autograph board, a shiny mic, and a beer. I think I could almost see Martha Stewart being like, oh, you got such a cute little set. Oh, look at you. Maybe one day we'll have Martha Stewart on the show. She'll give us some designer tips, bake some cookies. Hopefully she'll bring Snoop Dogg with her too. Wouldn't that be great? I think so. I think, if you put it out there in the universe, good things will happen, right? All right, guys, I've been stalling the show long enough. What do you think? Should we get on with it or what? Yeah. Hold on, wait a second. I don't know if I heard you right. Should we get on with this show or what? That's a little better. Okay, so we're going to get on with the show in just a moment. Cool your jets, get yourself a tom-tom, and we'll be right back with Peter Fewer. Your guest of honor, Peter Fewer.
Hello, everybody. I'm Peter Fewer. If you haven't heard that for the 5 or 6 times now this evening, I'm Peter Fewer. Thank you so much. I'm just going to play a quick song here for you guys from my debut album entitled Fall Together. This is the title track off of that album. Got a glacier in my chest, it's hard to fall in love. Got a pocket full of matches, gonna light it up. I don't think that I can make it on my own. On my own. I've got a monster in my head, he wants to take control. Try to drown him with this bottle, but it's getting old. I can fight this with my back against the wall. I'll put my faith in you and we can have it all. Oh, I'm so cold, I can see my breath. Let me show you now before the rest. When it all comes crashing down. But when we fall together. We fall together now. I can change, but I can't change my mind. If you look in my eyes, won't you like what you find? Bend me, I won't break, I'm not made of stone. The things that I won't take choose me right down to my bones, yeah. Oh, I'm so cold, I can see my breath. Let me show you now before the rest. When it all comes crashing down. But when we fall together. We fall together. Shrouded in my fear, hidden by my pride. All I need you to do is read between the lines. Between the lines. I can't play this game, I can't run and hide. All I need you to know is who I am inside. Inside, yeah. Oh, I'm so cold, I can see my breath. Let me show you now before the rest. When it all comes crashing down. But when we fall together. Thank you very much.
So Peter, man, thanks so much for coming in tonight.
Well, thank you for having me, Brad.
So tell us a little bit about the Peter Fewer Band. Like, I know you do a little bit of music. Tell us a little bit about that. You know, like for instance, like how long have you been performing together as a band?
Yeah, so it originally was the Peter Fewer Band, where they were just session musicians that we would have to come in and play the shows and whatnot for. It was a solo album. But it grew into something much bigger than that, actually. It grew into a close-knit family, is what I like to call it. So we rebranded it under the name Last Ticket. And so we've been an actual, like, I guess you could call it a certified band for the last 2.5 years. And we've just been working hard and recording and trying to get some good music out.
Deadly, man. That sounds good. And like, how many people are in the group?
So there's 5 of us at the moment, and we're looking for a keyboard player. So if anybody knows, send them my way.
Right? Yeah. And just out of curiosity, like, I mean, I hate to put you on the spot or anything, but who would you say contributes the least to the band? No, I'm just joking, Peter. I'm just joking.
I was going to say, don't do that to me, because I'm just going to have to say it to myself.
Something that I'm always curious about people who are active in a field of some kind is, if you were to go back in time, do you have any advice that you would give your previous self, you know, coming into this field?
Definitely I would. Take it one step at a time.
Right.
Don't act like you know things that you don't.
Right.
To make yourself stand out more, don't do that. Just go with what you know, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, no, that's great advice.
I had to learn that the hard way.
Yeah, man, I'm sure there's so many people, myself included, learned that the hard way. Well, I was actually listening to your Fall Together album. How long did it take you to complete that project? And did it start off as like a goal to complete an album, or did it just kind of, go from one song?
Yeah, so it's always been my dream to get into a studio and actually record a full album. I mean, I think that's any young musician's dream, really, is to have something where you can look up online, type in the name, and there's the album. So I really wanted to do it, and it started off just recording a song here or there, and then once we got into it, we just decided, let's just go all the way with it. Basically, let's do a full album. We'll hire the musicians to come in and do all that fun stuff. But it did take us about a year from start to finish to get it all done.
Yeah, excellent. Holy. And so along that year, what would you say would be the biggest challenge that you had to overcome?
Sleep.
Sleep, yeah. Oh my gosh.
When there was times before we flew out to LA where we were in the studio getting everything ready. I think we were in there for about 5.5 hours.
Wow.
I think we clued up at about 3:30 a.m. and then we had to be at the airport for 5.
Oh, man.
So I got to sleep on the plane, which was good.
Right.
But
And you know, I'm just thinking now, like, was your plane delayed like 3 hours as well, or were you fortunate?
I wish it was. It was not. I had a very great nap on the floor at the airport in Montreal.
Oh man. So when you finished it and you released it, what was it like the response? You know, and not only what was the response, but was it what you had expected?
It was, yeah. So I expected a lot less from it, actually. The support that I had from my peers and of where I've been playing in the downtown music scene for a good many years now as well. They were so supportive and they loved to hear it. The album release that we put off went absolutely fantastic. It was actually the evening where dancing was allowed again after the pandemic. So once 12 o'clock hit, we just played the song Footloose, and then everyone was allowed to dance and get up, and really was just like a magical moment just then and there. Like we did it, the album is out, people got to hear it. Now I can sleep.
Right. Oh my God. I could imagine. Right. Actually, it was after I listened to the songs I did listen to, I gotta say that I can't remember hearing anything that sounded quite like your music, which I thought was a great compliment to give somebody. You know, like your sound is unique to you, I thought. So congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That means you liked it, right?
I did, yeah.
Oh, good.
Definitely. How would you describe your sound?
Ed Sheeran meets Jonas Brothers, but not nearly as good. That's the best way that I could put it.
Yeah.
You get what you get.
No, that's right. What inspired you to write or play music?
My grandfather, actually.
Okay.
He was a barbershop singer growing up. He was in a quartet and then the Anchorman's chorus as well. And always just like when that man would take the stage with his quartet, it was just so magical. Like there wouldn't be a dry eye in the room. There really wouldn't be. It was like I want to do that.
Right.
I could do that.
That's amazing.
That's what really made it going. And coming up with my grandfather as well, he'd never tell you if you were any good. He'd only wanted you to be better. So you go, Pop, what do you think of that? You go, well, you know, you did this and you did that, so why don't you work on that somewhere? And really, he'd go up and sit down and say, that was pretty good. You know, wouldn't tell you that, though.
No, that's
right. He only
right.
wanted you to be better.
That's right. You got to push yourself, you know. One of the things I was going to ask about if you had family members that were musically inclined, that's one of the things I found like about Newfoundland is just about everybody on the island can play something, right? Or like there's always a kitchen party going on and stuff like that. Was there a lot of kitchen parties, you know, at your family houses or occasions?
Not necessarily kitchen parties. My brother played a lot of metal growing up, so figure that one out. I played pop music, and I grew up listening to my brother play metal in the basement. Not very well. So it wasn't really so much of that, but there was always singing. They were always going out to see my pop play shows. Like he was just like, oh, we're only playing, you know, we'll play at the CLB Armory kind of thing. Like, we'll be there.
Yeah.
And so that's more so what it ended up being. But now, when I'm with my family, it's like, oh, there's a guitar down in the corner. You get to play Dance Monkey Dance.
Yeah, that's right. Do you ever get noticed in public? Like, are you that popular here on the island where you're like, people are like, you know, you can't go to the grocery store or something like that?
No.
No? Okay, well, that's good.
No, I am noticed for other reasons, but not for the music, unfortunately.
Is there any stories on that you'd like to share, or are those private stories?
Just be nice to everybody is all I could say.
That's right. No, good advice for anybody, I think, for sure. Has anybody ever asked you for your autograph?
Yes, just about 5 minutes ago.
Yes, that's right. That was me. So I actually understand that you work for Quidi, Vidi Brewery as well?
I do, yes. I'm the retail supervisor for Quidi, Vidi.
It's time for a raise, I'd say, isn't it?
Absolutely. Joe, if you're watching this. Joe, hello? Anybody? I'm sure he'll see this, Brad,
right.
And then we'll get that. We'll make
that's right. We'll get him a raise. Now, I don't have much pull here at the brewery, but I'll do what I can for you. Is there any like really funny stories or rumors floating around the break room that you'd like to share anonymously? That's right. No, can't get anybody.
Don't do that to me, Brad.
No.
Don't do that.
But the funny thing is, when I said that, one of the things I wanted to do was give this like wink to the crowd. But it reminded me that a lot of Newfoundlanders have this like wink head twist thing. Can you do that? Is that natural for you? See, I can't do it. Look, like, am I going the right way even?
I do that to everybody I work with. I walk past and go, I know.
Yeah. See? Oh man, it's something I've never been able to master. I think it should be part of the screech-in ceremonies. Actually, one of the things that I found out was that you actually did a little bit of the guy in the spacesuit. I don't even know what the proper tag is on. Is it Dave Boyle guy? Does he have a name?
I just call him the Dave Boyle astronaut.
Okay.
He's like our company mascot.
Right. And when was the first time that you went from Clark Kent to Superman? And was that just one small step for you?
That's clever.
Yeah.
That actually started because we needed someone to wear the suit, and they were just joking around. I put my hand up in a meeting and went, I'll do it. And they're like, really? I was like, why not? How hard could it be? I'll get into the spaceman suit. No one knows it's me under there. I can do some weird things, I'm sure.
Oh, man. Is it as hot as it looks?
Even hotter.
Oh, my God.
I had it on during the regatta, actually. And everyone knows how hot the regatta was.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It was very, very brutal. But it was so much fun at the same time, too. So every now and then someone tried to lift up my mask. I'm just like, put that down. You're letting the air conditioning out.
Oh, man, right? Air conditioning? You got air conditioning in there?
Yes, when the mask goes, I just keep going.
That's hilarious. Oh, man. So what are the top 3 things that you would love to do in that suit?
I've already done one of them, and that's twerking on stage. I got that done out of the way. I would love to play a show in that suit and get like a lapel mic to put like inside the helmet and just play a show completely like that and not even tell anybody that it's me under there.
Right.
So forget that you heard me say that.
Right.
The third thing, I don't know. I might maybe one of those moments that I'm wearing and someone asks me to do something, I go, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah, funny. Actually, you know that, what's that show with it was a Masked Singer?
The Masked Singer. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
you see?
that would be clever.
That'd be all right.
Clever. We pitched that one.
Yeah. What are the top 3 things that you have done in that suit? Whether or not management approval was there, just...
I did the twerking.
Yeah.
Did that, but that was came down from management.
Okay.
I needed that to happen, so we did that. Something else that I've done in that. I've longboarded in it before.
Oh, no way.
It was fun because I had it at home. I needed to bring it back, and I had to wear it that day too. So I was just going down the road and
That's
on my longboard as an astronaut.
Yeah.
Those are really the only fun things that I've done that I can mention.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, and now tell us about the most memorable moment you have in the suit.
The most memorable moment I have in the suit. That would definitely still be at the regatta because no one knew it was me under there. And once you get a couple beers in you, and when you're in the suit too, where it's so baggy, it doesn't look like there's a man under there, does it, Brad?
No, not
the amount of men that had their arms around, and trying to hug me. I lift the suit up and go, "Hey, hands up, eyes up here."
Yeah, that's right.
And then the looks that I would get, that's what the satisfying part of it was. Like, oh my God, it's a man.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm going to ask you a few questions in quick order. So I want you to reply as fast as you can. Okay?
Got it.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Hot tub or polar bear swim?
Hot tub.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Taproom or warehouse?
Taproom.
Oh, taproom.
That's where the beer is.
That's your. Well, there's a lot of beer down in the warehouse, though. It's just all on pallets, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. What are you doing nowadays? Like, I mean, we talked about your career, your little bit of your work here. Like, what are you working on now? Any projects you're working on now?
Yeah, so my band and I last ticket, we are working on some demos to send away. And once those get approved, we're going to start it'll be my second full studio album, but as a band, it will be our first studio album. So as you said, Brad, there's lots of firsts going on here this evening.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, cool. And so, like, what about your family? Like, I mean, do you have any hobbies? Do you do any charity work?
So I do a lot of longboarding, and I play a lot of video games, which is good as well. But I also like getting out and just doing fun things.
Right.
I really just like to spontaneous kind of the other day, for example. My fiance was at work. I said, I'm going to go skating. It's a weird thing for you to say. You're going to go skating, and 20 minutes later, she didn't believe me. Mm-hmm. But I sent her the picture of me at the loop skate. She was like, you actually did it, didn't you? I was like, yes, I did.
Good for you, man. Good for you. You know, the last time I was at the loop was last year, and it was really bumpy. Is it still really bumpy?
It's not. They've worked on that quite a bit, which is really, really nice. They have a regular maintenance schedule now as well.
Good. Yeah, that loop was really cool, man. I enjoyed it. And if anybody from away who's looking to come visit St. John's, man, the loop is a great thing to do, I'd say. I recommend it. Also, I should mention, I don't know if you mentioned yet, about the open mic at the Embassy on Mondays.
Yeah, so I run an open mic at the Embassy on Mondays from 9 to 12 every Monday. So they do like the big mugs of beer. Some people like to refer to them as thunder mugs.
Right.
It's kind of similar to like a Muggy Monday type of thing. but it's on craft beer, which
Nice.
is really, really cool. So they do a lot of work down at the embassy as well to support local and support local breweries and all that fun stuff. It's definitely a little bit more of a rowdy open mic, but of course everybody is welcome, and we love to see new faces.
Yeah, for sure. Now, when you say open mic, that's all musical acts, is it?
Oh no, whatever you
No?
like. If you want to get up and recite poetry or
Oh,
do some
man.
comedy, or
Definitely.
we definitely have a cane there. So
Right.
if you get up and doing comedy, we need a job. We'll hook ya up.
Oh, man. Yeah, and you know what? There's a lot of comics right now. The comedy scene, I find, I'm not deep into it myself, but I feel like there could be a lot more open mics and opportunities for comics to get mic time. So,
Absolutely, absolutely.
you
So
know.
that's why we run that room for everybody. Yes, it's advertised as a music open mic, but whatever you'd like to do, come on down and show us what you got.
yeah, deadly. One last question I got for you before we get going here is, what are your top 3 favorite Quidi Vidi beers?
Margarita Cerveza, the Day Boil,
Yeah.
and I really, really love the pink lemonade sour.
Okay, deadly. And what are you drinking there?
This is the Margarita Cerveza from Quidi Vidi Brewery. How about yourself?
Day Boil.
Day Boil.
Excellent. Well, Peter, do me a favor, and we're going to put this on the board. Actually, I don't have any double-sided tape. My bad.
How about I just hold this?
Yeah, just put it right there.
Hold up right there.
But guys, thanks so much for coming in tonight, Peter. It's really great. And yeah, so currently the band Last Ticket, again, recording an album. And good luck to you all, Peter, man, and we'll see you.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Whatta Ya Act.